What's going on, family? This is G and Tina with the Black Business Clique Podcast. What's cracking? What's going on? Talk to me, people. Babe, how you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling real good. It's Saturday night. The kids are asleep. Yeah, it is still midnight, a little after midnight, but yeah, I'm feeling good.
Alright, that's always good to hear. We appreciate everybody tuning in, watching, listening. And I guess in this case, yeah, watching, right? We finally doing, we're going to release a video with our podcast this time around. The first few, we wanted to make sure we kind of had a good idea of what we were doing. We still really don't know what we're doing, but we're doing, and that's why y'all love us. We just gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna rock with each other, and we're gonna try to give y'all some great content. So today, this is the 4th episode, and it's been a fun ride thus far with the first 3. Definitely had a lot of good information out there. Episode 4, we want to take it a step further, and we're going to discuss investing and the importance of investing 101. We have a special guest who's going to be joining us, which is Mr. Ant Walker from Finance Friday and also from Investing for the Culture. One of our long-time partners, man. One of the brothers that we really admire and follow and watch what he has going on. He's really big with just spitting game, man. Got a lot of game, a lot of gems, a lot of knowledge, and really pushing that wealth initiative and what's really the beautiful thing and most important thing about investing. So a lot of good information. So I can't wait to get to that. But a lot is going on, babe, since the last time we had a chance to connect with the people. So let's talk a little bit more about what's cracking in the news and what's cracking in the world.
Yeah, was that yesterday? We lost a legend, Biz Markie.
Yeah, R.I.P. Biz.
Yeah, he's like really big for beatboxing, right?
Right.
That was like his thing.
You got what I need.
Yeah, I was just trying to.
But you say I'm just a friend. But you say I'm just a friend. Oh, baby, you. R.I.P. Biz. That's the Biz.
Yeah, that said, we should definitely take a moment of silence for Biz, though, for real.
Definitely. Let's do that. All right. R.I.P. Biz Markie. Forever legend.
Mm-hmm. And your boy, Richard Sherman.
My boy, Richard Sherman. Straight out of Compton. What's going on, Sherman?
Wildin'. But I don't know. I feel like it's so much deeper than what they're putting on TV. You know? Mm-hmm. I don't know. And I know people always say, you always devil's advocate, you know? Mm-hmm. And I don't mean to play devil's advocate here. That's not what I'm doing. But I just feel like a person don't be enraged like that for no reason. You know, they don't just pick up a bottle of alcohol. Oftentimes they're trying to numb something. You know, they trying to, or even just build up enough courage to do something stupid, you know? Mm-hmm. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like that's all we see is him on TV, boom, ramming his shoulder into the door. Like, okay, there's a reason for this. Let's pull back some of those layers and see what it is. Don't just make him seem like he just off the chain and then.
He woke up like that.
Yeah.
Right. Something is going on.
And just as a wife, you don't call no police on your black husband?
Nah.
I mean, I know things happen and I know, you know, domestic violence is real. So I'm definitely not saying, you know, be quiet in any case, but I just felt like they was supposed to be in a suburban neighborhood. So the fact that 30 minutes for the cops to come, I'd be upset, honestly. If the cops take that long to come when I call.
You could have been and got in here already.
Yeah. So that's first things first. Mm-hmm. You know, I have my problem with them too. But I just feel like as a, I don't know. Yeah, you have to be killing me for me to call the cops, because I just know at the end of the day what they're gonna do. They're gonna come and they're gonna be ready to kill you.
Right.
You know. So I have to have that in the back of my mind somewhere, knowing that this could
It's always a possibility. So why even put it out there and have that as a situation that could possibly arise? So don't even take it there. Yeah. I mean, we're not in their shoes. We don't know what they're going through. But I mean, I just feel like calling the police and getting them involved. It's never really a good thing on every single occasion. Kind of piggybacking off of that, one of my homies had posted something on Facebook about he could be going through something mentally.
Oh yeah,
really,
most definitely.
You know, him being a legend. You know what I mean? Him contributing to the not only the Seahawks organization but to the community
and the 49ers.
And the 49ers. Yeah. You know, being a legend and Super Bowl winning, and then to go from he's not on somebody's team right now. So having that attention on you all day long to just kind of going back to a regular civilian. Yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of that can take some toll on you mentally, I would really think. You know what I mean? I know a lot of athletes deal with that, so I can understand where he's coming from, but again, we don't know the bigger picture of what really happened. So shouts out to Richard Sherm and his family. I hope all goes well.
Prayers up for them. I know that's tough. You know, you got kids, you got in-laws and stuff all in the mix. I'm sure that that's not a easy situation by any means to be going on, dealing with actually. But yes, LA is requiring folks to wear masks once again because numbers of COVID is rising, right? Right,
and just so everyone's aware, this is July 18th. July 18th, so this is the date that it is today, so everybody can get an idea of what's going on and why we're making this a thing again. So LA, strap up, get the mask on. It's back.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, okay, so with that, is it going to be moving throughout the rest of California?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to just set it up, right? California is a trend-setting state, so if you can get California to buy into what's going on, you can kind of make way for some of the other states to kind of follow suit. And then starting with LA, if it's going to touch LA, I think it's going to touch the Bay and so forth and so on. Unfortunately, but listen, nobody wants the numbers to increase, so I'll leave that there.
Yeah, very true. Speaking of that, y'all better vax that thing up.
Hey, girl, you look good. Won't you vax that thing up? What the hell? Yo, Rose stripping for that one.
Oh God, juvenile. Man. But who was that? Tariq Nasheed. He was saying we gotta take care of our legends. Right. You know, we gotta make sure that they good. That at the end of the day, you know that was probably about a check. Right. You know they probably got broke off for doing that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, right, like you said, we take our legends away. They ain't gonna be out here doing stuff like that, making the culture look bad.
Man, just got us out here looking like some buffoons for real. Like that song is so. I don't care where you go, who over there. They know something about back that.
Right.
They know something about back it up.
They know something about vax that thing up now. So, and it's so demeaning and so belittling. You know, as a black man, of course, as a black woman, all they doing is shaking ass in the video, talking about you can't hit unless you got that thing vaxxed. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why is this a thing, dude? Like, come on, Juvie.
It's crazy.
Come on, Juvie.
What part of
Juvie?
Yeah, I just wonder what part of the conversation where he was like, you know what, I'll do it.
Let's do it. Cut the check. We doing it.
Like, what made him go through with that? Why was he like, okay, this sounds like a brilliant idea?
I don't think it mattered about the idea. It's just a matter of the check.
Yeah.
Money talks.
That's true.
And they got an agenda that they want to push. So
I'm sure they
feel
want
like
to pay.
And they feel like that's how you communicate to black people, unfortunately, which is kind of messed up. But, you know, it is what it is.
They know. When the 9-9 take over for the 2000s, they know. So all we got to do is get a little bit of that and mix a little bit of unseasoned. Right. Just so terrible. It was terrible. Very distasteful. I'll say that.
Big facts.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all check out, follow, and support our family over at Tika Faya. That's Tika Faya. TIKAFAYA. They are one of the best brands out there on the market. They specialize in fat burner. They specialize in making shower gel. This stuff got you feeling tingly inside. It kind of reminds me of like Tiger Balm. The scent is amazing. And also they got belly wraps and a line of other products as well. So make sure y'all do yourselves a favor and check out Tika Faya. That's at TIKAFAYA. Tika Faya. Check them out. Special shout out to our girl over in the Bay Area, East Oakland. Stand up for Fat Yoga for You. Fat Yoga for You. That's at PHATYOGA, the number 4U. This is actually why we love her, is because she's actually doing a new virtual studio, a yoga studio based out of the Bay Area. And she also has a wellness box that she wants to make sure that everyone can get their hands on as well. Make sure y'all check out Fat Yoga for You.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tina with the Black Business Clique, and we're getting ready to get into some black news. Our girl Sierra over there at Faces of Monet has $20 Brazilians on Fridays. Dang.
That's a good deal. You want to get that cat snatched for $20 out here in Sacramento.
Don't say it like that. Keep the kitty pretty. That sound better. Okay? You just scratch it, raunchy. Oh, God.
All right. Also, out of Compton, our family over at Infinite Possibilities Events. We want everyone to know that they have even more tables, chairs, table linens, chair covers available to rent. So make sure y'all do yourselves a favor and check out our family over at Infinite Possibilities Events out of Compton.
Yes, Compton, stand up in the building. So, moving right along to our girl Jamice's Closet.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Jamise because they always on IG, they always posting some stuff. They got pop-up shops. She letting you know where you can pull up, where you can find her, what they doing, what new products they got. She offered plus size clothes as well as accessories. And I really like that she has junior sizes. So I noticed that her daughter models a lot of their stuff, and it's not like very grown and like, you know, sexy. It's modest. So I appreciate that Jamise putting on for the big girls as well as the juniors, making sure that they stay, you know, looking like young ladies and not older than what they are. So make sure you check out Jamice Closet on IG. That's JAMICE Closet. And sign up for her newsletter as well. And then you'll get 30% off your purchase when you use BBC30. Yes, use our discount code, y'all. Make sure you do that. And then Janae's Closet. So Jamice got the 30% off discount code, and we moving on to Janae's. I want to make sure y'all aware that this is a different shop. So sis is actually based out of Sacramento. Yes, Sacramento, y'all in the building, huh?
We out here.
Okay.
We out here in the Sac Town.
Yes, and Janae, man, I love what she's doing. She has a lot of positive, just a lot of positive vibes coming from her with just all her apparel, really pushing Black pride. I really admire that. Black men being present, Black men mattering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, yes, it's really got a lot of positive affirmations and stuff like that on her apparel, so I really admire that. And she goes up to a 6X, so you can find her at Janae's Closet on IG. That is JANAE Closet. Make sure you go follow her, click link in bio. You can also get 15% off your first purchase if you use the promo code NEWSUB15. That's NEWSUB 15 at checkout.
All right, y'all know we love the kids here at the Black Business Clique podcast, so we have a special new CEO that we want to introduce today. Babe, go ahead and talk a little bit about our Spotlight Child Entrepreneur of the Week.
Yes, Miss Amaya is a 40-year-old CEO from California. She loves fashion and she loves to dance. In fact, Amaya loves fashion so much that she started her own business selling both affordable, unique, and trendy clothing as well as dance apparel. So Amaya is really over there doing her thing. She started customizing garments for her customers, and she's really continuing to grow Amaya's Palace, and I'm super excited to see what else she's gonna do. And I've been seeing like so many different girls. I've just been watching their account grow over time. At first it seemed like it was probably her and maybe some of her close friends or maybe neighbors or something like that. And now I'm starting to see a lot more girls wearing her stuff and they're posting stuff. I can't wait till, because I think it starts at 3T. So we got a while before 2D can get some, but I'm definitely going to be purchasing some for her. But they have these shorts. And they're like high-waisted and tie-dye. They're supposed to be the bestseller. And I know for a fact that they're a bestseller because when I can, I'm going to buy some for my daughter because they are so freaking cute. You guys got to go check out Amaya's Palace on IG. She's only 4 years old. 4 years old out here doing her thing. So shout out to Amaya's parents for really supporting her dream and, really helping her out here doing that. And inspiring other young girls to, really chase their dreams and noticing that, hey, age ain't nothing but a number. Right. That doesn't mean you can't be creative and start your own business and, really get out there and do the things that really just makes you happy at the end of the day. So I'm really excited for Amaya and where she's going with her business. You guys go support her on IG. That is at Amaya, AMIYAH Palace, PALACE. So it's actually _ AMIYAHSPALACE. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tina over here at the Black Business Clique. And really quick, I want you guys to go check out Lash Addict Society. That is LASHADDICT Society. Make sure you go check them out and get your high quality 100% mink lashes. Yes, ladies, shop Lash Addict Society.
What's going on, family? This is G with the Black Business Clique. You're tuned in to the Black Business Clique podcast. We got a special day today. I got our man with us, man, the king himself, Mr. Anthony Walker from Finance Friday, also from Investing for the Culture. So major shout outs, man. We just had a little bit of time to chop it up real quick. Nothing but gems, man. This is bag talk right here. And I'm really excited to have my man here. He's very passionate about the culture. He's very passionate about giving back to the culture and providing information on how to get into investing, the importance of investing, and how we should invest together as one. So major shout outs to my man, Anthony Walker. We want to go ahead and give him a round of applause.
Right back at you, brother.
So what's going on, King? You here, man? You tuned in, you tapped in with the Black Business Clique. We've been chopping it up for some time, man. We started back in around 2019. I think that's right around the time where our relationship started developing. We got to know a little bit about each other and what we represent and what our goals are. So really excited to have you not only on the show, but you're our first guest. You know what I mean? And I really think that's major, bro, because I feel like I couldn't pick somebody better to come on, bro. You for the culture, you 10 toes down, you out there, you hitting the pavement, and I'm humbled to have you on here today. So, special thanks to you, bro. I appreciate that.
Man, that means a lot. And you said that, but I don't think it really hit me till right now that it really dawned on me. Like, I'm really the first guest, bro. I feel honored to be that. For real. That's love, man, for real.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure, bro. I like where we're going. And like I mentioned, was it yesterday or today, but we're both at the very early stages of where we're trying to go. Mm-hmm. And I'm just happy to be a part of your journey, bro. I'm happy to have you a part of our journey because who knows what the future holds, right? It start out small. Next thing you know, 1, 2, 3 years from now, we stay consistent. Who knows where we're going to be? You know what I mean? And based off where we are now, I know we're going to be on the bigger and better things. So again, I'm really excited, my brother. So I don't want to hold up. I don't want to go wait too long. I want to get into the content. You know, you got a lot of good content. You got a lot of great things to say. You got a lot of good information and jewels that you want to drop on the folks. So we're going to really tap in, and I want the people to know a little bit more about you. So let's start off by letting the people know, you know, who is Ant Walker?
Mm-hmm. So, like Brother G mentioned, my name is Anthony Walker, also known as Ant. You know, my friends call me Ant. Also, IG calls me Ant. So, you know, that's kind of what it is. But yeah, man, I'm a 33-year-old brother that lives in Oakland, California, from San Diego, California originally. I'm a married man. I've been married for 4 years. I love my wife. I consider myself a man of God. I love the Lord. I think that he's really brought me, you know, a long way in a lot of different ways. So I am remiss every time I don't bring him up, but, you know, I think it's a perfect platform to just express, you know, my gratitude for God and everything he's done in my life. And I care deeply about Black people. First and foremost, we are each other's closest relatives on this continent, on the, you know, in this American experiment. So I just care deeply for Black folks. I think that everything that we do should have at least in the back of our mind, how it impacts and influences us as a people. And I think at the front of our mind, we should all have something that we're attempting to and working on building for our people. You know what I'm saying? And it has to be bigger than just our family circumference. It has to be bigger than just the people that we're closest to and we love, and, you know, our family. Like, has to be, we got to keep on growing outside of we have to build something that impacts people outside of our just immediate circle of concern. And when I say that, I think it's Black people first. You know what I'm saying? For me specifically, and I hope that, you know, if you're Black and you listen, you feel the same way. But, you know, like, all said and done, you know, hopefully for humanity in general, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we could build for you know, for humanity in general. So, you know, I hope that answered the question, man. That's, you know, that's a little bit about who I am and what I care about.
I love that. And I appreciate that, bro. That's real, straight to the point. And again, it's big. It's a bigger picture. You know, that's why I was excited to have this conversation, because you see the importance of us building together as one and moving as a unit. Too much time has gone by and we haven't been. You know, it's hard for Black people to get on the same page. I hate to say this, but it's hella funny. But they say the only thing Black people could do together is the electric slide. You know what I'm saying, bro? So we gotta we gotta get it together. We gotta get it together, and we are. And it starts with brothers like yourself, like myself, you know, head of the household. You know, like my brother said, man, I'm married. I'm happily married. I'm a son of God. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm all the above. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a coach. And it starts with us. You know what I'm saying? We give the game that we have. We pass it on to our wife. Our wife passes it on to us. Collectively, we pass it on to our children. And they take it and they run with it from there. So investing one-on-one, man, this is what we're here to talk about. And I want to get into the purpose of Finance Friday. What is Finance Friday? What are you trying to accomplish? Where did it come from, bro? Tell me a little bit more about that.
So Finance Friday started as a video series. So I just got on Instagram. I felt like, based on my upbringing, based on who my parents are, I knew a lot about business and entrepreneurship and finances. I didn't realize how much until I got grown, right? But it's part of our everyday conversation is, you know, strategy and businesses that we want to do and hustles that we've had that work. And it's just part of our everyday conversation with my parents, and, you know what I'm saying, in turn with my siblings. I actually have 12 brothers and sisters. And most of us are entrepreneurs, I think, based on our parents. You know what I'm saying? My father has 12 kids, right? So based on my father, you know, primarily, but also my mother, like all my mother's kids, you know, got hustled too. So I say that to say my goal was just to try to share what I think was a normal everyday conversation with, you know, my Instagram family, my Facebook family. And it kind of was, I told you earlier, it came from me actually studying to get a life insurance license. And I realized I realized that what life insurance companies do is this: they take our money, they take our premiums that we pay every single month, and they invest that money. What's up, little man? They invest that money into the stock market, right? And then in case something happens to us 6 months down the line, a year down the line, however long down the line, they have no problem paying it out because they've been taking our money and investing it the whole time. So their money, they've been using our money to grow their own portfolio. You know what I'm saying? And once I realized that, I'm like, oh, okay, it's really something to this investing thing. Because I never really understood how life insurance worked. Like, how could they afford to pay me $10,000 for this car, for my car being totaled, if I only pay them a couple $100s a month? I never really understood it. But the way it works is that obviously everybody's not going to get into a car accident, but also they're investing and growing the money that we're giving them every month. So once I realized that, I was like, man, let me see what's to this stock market. And I started studying the stock market. And this is where it really came to a head for me that the things that we talk about in my household and in my family were so ahead of the curve, essentially, is when I started reading what the experts had to say about investing in the stock market. I realized some of the lessons some of the principles that they spoke on that you use to look for good companies in the stock market are principles that my family in one way or another have already expressed and already shared with me. So once I put two and two together, like, oh, this is the same thing as business, or this is the same thing as hustling, like same exact principles, but we've never invested in the stock market. So it was obviously something that was keeping us from, even though we had the wisdom and the knowledge, there was something that was keeping us from this American stock market. And, it could have been a million things. It could have been distrust for the system. It could have been, I don't know, just lack of really, I don't know exactly what that gap was. Or just feeling like, man, I'd rather invest in myself and what I got going on and invest in somebody else's business. It could be a number of those things. But that's when I said, oh, I need to take this information my parents have given to me freely and my family has created freely, and just give it to the people the same way. And that's how Finance Friday started.
All right. So another big venture that I've been really following you on, brother, is investing for the culture. Mm-hmm. I see you got some partners. Look like y'all really got a good working relationship. Y'all got the knowledge and y'all putting it all together, bro. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Can you let me know a little bit more? Not only me, let us know a little bit more about what investing for the culture is.
Yeah. So investing for the culture it's my first joint venture, or my first partnership on legal partnership on paper. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I started Finance Friday on my own. Investing for the culture. There's 4 of us that created a business. Our goal is to create educational content for people, but even more important than the educational content is we put our money together. We put our money into one shared portfolio. We start off with $5,000, and our real goal and our core competency is to grow our investing portfolio. We just feel like for a couple of reasons. Number one is obviously for our own personal health and wealth, right? Mm-hmm. But also we want to be able to show other people how to do the same thing, how practical ways that group economics can work. And also to kind of document our process and share with people the basics of investing. And as we share with people the basics of investing and we trade that value, for money, obviously, we just want to be able to have something on the back end where we're really focused on investing the money that we bring in, as opposed to just, you know what I'm saying? Just as opposed to just spending it on other stuff.
All right. Please do. Please do. So, you guys came up with the course that's focused on, giving out the game for early investors, beginning investors. What advice would you give somebody they just stumble across this podcast, they want to learn a little bit more about investing? Where do they start? How do they begin?
So I'll tell you my overall framework for investing. But before I tell you my framework for investing, as far as like where people should invest, I think a lot of people, when they think of investing, they think of a stock market. So I'm just going to start there because I think it's the simplest. We could keep it real simple, right? So when it comes to the stock market, it's important to start your investing journey by just investing in index funds. Basically, index funds is just it mimics segments of the market. So like the S&P 500, for example, is an example of an index fund, or the Dow Jones is an example of an index. You can actually put your money in these funds that just mimic the S&P 500 or mimic the Dow, and you'll get very predictable returns on your money based on the history of these indexes, right? So first things first is that The first things first is that. The second thing is pick a couple tech stocks that you feel like aren't going anywhere. Like you just feel like this is a good company. I can't go wrong. Like I'll give you some quick, easy examples. Amazons of the world, the Apples of the world, the Microsofts of the world, now if you're thinking a little forward, a little future facing, like the Shopifys of the world, those aren't going anywhere. So just identify a couple businesses that you just believe in, like you believe that this is a good business. You just feel like this is a good business and you feel like it's going to be around for a long time. And it's going to grow for a long time. So that's the tall and the skinny on the stock market. Start with a couple index funds, push into a couple stocks that you believe in. ETFs would be like the next thing that I will talk about, but I don't want to bore you today with all that, but then just going to get into ETF. So that's how beginners can start investing in the stock market. Okay. The second thing is I'll talk about crypto, right? I think that it's extremely important that we all invest in crypto. I think that it is essentially the money system of the future. I think that right now we're used to what we're used to, right? We're used to the traditional financial markets, but crypto, I think will, if it doesn't replace the current financial system, it's going to rival the current financial system at one point in time. Right. And we're still at the ground floor of crypto. So I think it's extremely important for people to invest in Bitcoin, invest in Ethereum. If you want to look into other cryptos, you can. I'm not going to advise anybody personally on specific cryptocurrencies besides the top two, just because I don't want that type of liability, man. Go learn about the space. But I can tell you, if you don't know nothing right now, you just close your eyes and invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I could almost guarantee that 10 years from now, both of those assets will be worth significantly more money than they are now. So I'm comfortable with telling y'all to invest in that. And then the other two things I think is important for people to understand is it's okay to invest in people in your community. It's okay to invest in the people around you, right? Because oftentimes your money can go a little further with them. The reason being because, if you're in the stock market, if you get back 12% or more, you're doing all right in a year. But if I let my partner hold $1,000 or 5 bands, and it could help buy him a machine that he needs to create his whatever it is he's creating, right? To do whatever his business is, that's going to go a lot further for him, and in turn, he could show more love to me than that 12% that the stock market might give me, right? So look for investing opportunities around you. Look for people around you that need a little bit of help. That got a good little hustle. How could I help? Or a good business. How can I help improve your business? You know what I'm saying? How can I help improve? What does it take for me to help improve your business? What do you need to get to the next level? If you got a little money to play with, I would suggest making those types of investments as well, because most of us don't just have $1,000 sitting around. So to be able to invest in a local company with $1,000, if that could really jumpstart somebody, but you got to be wise, right? And all of this. And the last thing, and really the first thing really is investing in yourself, investing in a skill set for yourself, invest in your mind and invest in your hands, right? When I say your hands, I mean a skill set. Invest in things that you could do that could make you money, that could produce you money. And invest in your mind, just invest in knowledge, invest in understanding, because that's going to take you further than anything else. It's the number one asset that I believe we can invest in. So that's the framework, man. The framework is invest in yourself, invest in your peers, invest in the stock market, and invest in crypto. That's the framework, the four things we need to be invested in. And I just gave y'all a couple ways to approach those investments as well. So,
one of the things that I continuously hear you preach when I'm watching your videos and I'm trying to soak up this game is the Black wealth principles. That's definitely something that I learned a lot about. I want you to be able to kind of share that with the listeners and let them know a little bit more about what that actually means.
Yes, sir. So Black Wealth Principles is a framework that I created. There's actually 10 principles of Black wealth. So far, I've shared with the world 8 of them. There's 2 more that's coming. But essentially, it's just, to me, I think these are the steps that we need to take as Black folks to grow our collective wealth, right? I think that most of the information that we get about entrepreneurship, business, financial literacy, most of those things are very focused on the individual, right? And I don't think there's enough information in the world specifically for Black folks that's focused on the group. You know what I'm saying? How can we grow our wealth as a group, right? It obviously does start with the individual, but let's take it a step further and think about how we could take care of our people while taking care of ourselves at the same time. So that's what Black Wealth Principles are. To me, it's just like I said, it's a framework I created. It's a piece of my intellectual property, something I'm putting into the world in fixed formats. And once it's all out there, obviously there's different things that you could do to monetize that for my personal gain, but hopefully for the communal gain is that we can actually start implementing some of these ideals into our everyday, you know what I'm saying, our everyday life and our everyday business.
Right. Okay. Major. That's awesome. Okay. Respect. So I'm a big fan of speaking things into existence. I'm a big fan of manifesting our future, manifesting our life. I guess, where do you see all this going, bro? What do you want for yourself in the future? Where do you want Finance Friday to be? Where do you want Investing for the Culture to be? Or even future endeavors? You know, what do you want to manifest?
Man, so right now, I recently just bought a silk screen machine so I could produce my own T-shirts, but also so I could produce other people's shirts and sweats and all type of other stuff. So that's my current / next endeavor that I, hopefully is blessed. So that's what I kind of see happen. I think in the future, I'm just trying to create industry, because I know that when you create industry, that there's a lot of pieces that go into an industry. There's a lot of businesses that eat off of any industry that you could think of. So I'm just trying to create Black-owned industry. And as we create those industries, then hopefully we could fold in different Black-owned businesses to ensure opportunity for them to take care of themselves and feed their families through what I've built and through what my partners have built, because I know I can't do it myself. So that's the goal. I'm going to start with this screen printing industry and just clothing decoration industry, because I think that it's a lot of money that leaves our neighborhoods or leaves our community that could stay in our community just via decorating, whether it be screen printing, embroidery, Chanel patches, all that stuff. I think we take the money we make from our businesses and we take it to other people, and they're the ones that really enrich themselves because they own the machinery. So I'm gonna start with the screen. I'm gonna start with the screen print industry and kind of grow from there. But the goal is to create industry within that create an industry for us within that particular niche. I don't know how you say it, and then go from there.
Hey, I say niche. So
here we go.
All good. I see where you're going with it. Okay, so lastly, how can, I guess, the listeners, how can the people support you?
Yeah, I mean, the easiest way and the best way to support me, where you're going to get a return on your investment immediately, is to follow me on Instagram, AntWalker33, ANT Walker33. Also, and the number one way that you can support me once you realize, dang, this brother really taught me something, I really appreciate what he stands for, I really appreciate what he's doing, is you can purchase my merchandise at finance-friday.com, finance-friday.com. Right now, we've been a T-shirt company for the last year. Come fall, we coming with some heat, man. We gonna have some for the people, man. We gonna expand from T-shirts for sure. So just you can support by purchasing some merchandise there, and everything that's on all the merchandise means something. It's all rooted in a real principle, and it all comes with learning material, right? So not only do you get a shirt that says "Pay yourself first," for example, there's actually on paper an explanation of where that comes from, what that means, why that's important. In addition to some book recommendations that speak to this particular principle. So just trying to wrap everything I do in education and wrap everything I do in just trying to serve people with everything that I do.
And we couldn't have picked a better guest, dude. So how we want to kind of wrap this thing up is by a segment that we call One More Time. Say it loud. So what we're going to do is, man, we're going to fire through a couple of questions. I want you to give me the best answer that you can give me. As short and sweet, as to the point. Let's jump right in. First question. What is your favorite flavor of Kool-Aid?
Man, pink lemonade, but also black cherry was fire too, though.
Oh, man, those are two. Okay. All right, I'm a cherry and I'm a tropical punch. Just give me the red flavors.
Got you.
I'll take those. All right, what's your favorite hood movie, my brother?
Boys in the Hood, man. Furious was that guy, man. If you go back and listen to what he was saying, what that brother was saying throughout the whole movie, Furious was the man. Furious Styles, ain't that his name? Furious Styles.
Styles and Trey Styles, absolutely.
That's right.
That went right over my head, bro, when I was watching it as a kid. But now when you look back, you're like, oh my God, he talking about this before it was happening.
Man, it was crazy.
So you out here in the Bay. I lived in the Bay, Oakland to be exact, right by Lake Merritt, our fifth. Gentrification all day long. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy that, we picked that up at a young age and they were dropping that game on us from a very, very, very long time ago, sort of say. But let's jump back in. Give me Tupac or Biggie. You got to pick one.
Man, Pac, I'm from the West Coast, brother.
All day. All right, my bro. So what about Annihilators, Tic Tacs, Sunflower Seeds?
Sunflower Seeds off top.
All right. What flavor though?
I like the original. I like the ranch too, but I like the original.
All right. Yeah, I rock with the ranch. Now this is where we're gonna ruffle a couple feathers here because our sisters, man, they like to cook. They all about them sides. You go to the Thanksgiving table on Sunday dinner, it's all about the sides. You unfortunately only got to pick one. So two gotta go. You pick one. We got mac and cheese, we got collard greens, and we got yams. Pick one, my bro.
Gotta go with mac and cheese, bro. Respectfully, I gotta go with mac and cheese.
Okay. I feel you. That can go right or that can go wrong.
That's a fact. And that is true though. The wrong mac and cheese will mess up your whole bro.
The whole dinner is gonna be off.
It's over. Like, what are we doing here? What does life even mean? Bro?
How you gonna serve me this dry mac and cheese? Tastes like KFC in an old nasty bucket. All right, cool. So that was
one more time. Say it loud.
All right. So now we're going to get into our final topic of the day, our final segment of the day. The wifey and I, we call this Black Love. This is your opportunity to take a couple minutes, shout out the loved one, shout out the love of your life, let her know, a little bit about how you feel, what's on your mind. She's going to be watching. I'm hoping. So I want to make sure that, you give her a little bit of something because without our queens, we wouldn't be here.
Absolutely, man. Big shout out to my wife, Yuki Burton is her name. I genuinely appreciate everything that she does to hold down the household, to hold me down, to keep me grounded. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dreamer and a visionary. She's a very practical individual, so I appreciate what she brings to my life and the perspective she gives, and the way she's, you know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for years, man. We 10 years strong. So she's done an excellent job to help me become the man that I am today. And I credit her with a lot of who I've become and who I'm gonna be. So shout out to wifey.
Hey, shout out to wifey. That's major. Miss Walker. All right, my brother, like I said, man, thank you so much for spending time with us. I know time is valuable. And again, I'm humbled that you decided to, sit here and chop it up with me and the Clique. You always family, bro. You're a part of the Clique. So wherever we could tap in, you need any assistance, you need anything, feel free to reach out, bro. I'm an open book. If I got the info, you got the info. So again, thank you very much. This is our first guest on the Black Business Clique podcast, man. Y'all show some love and clap it up for our brother, Mr. Ant Walker.
Honor, my brother. Appreciate you for real, for real.